Preliminary card. Heavyweight fight. Enzo Antonioni, Artemis Kroop.
Enzo Antonioni and Artemis Kroop. Artemis Kroop, we've seen him lose to Rupert Takamura in his debut.
Let's fight.
He takes on Enzo Antonioni, who, get this, we want to talk about crossover we have coming up on New Year's Day. Enzo Antonioni comes to us from the Federation Food Network.
Yes, he is from the Federation Food Network.
Celebrity chef who moonlights as a cage fighter.
Yeah, under the tutelage of Greenwich Vince, his Federation Food Network. This man comes to us from them.
And meanwhile, Kroop going for a guillotine choke early on. Could Antonioni be could he be the only fighter to lose in his debut here tonight? The debuting fighters are 3-0.
I mean, hopefully he's as good at ass kicking as he is at giving out really shitty mozzarella stick recipes.
Well, I don't think that's very fair, as Antonioni rocks him with a big shot from side control.
Now, I also believe that Artemis Kroop is the goofiest looking motherfucker on human cockfighting league history.
The Romanian-born, Oregon residing professor at the University of Oregon is Artemis Kroop. And he suffered a disappointing debut loss. As he goes for an arm triangle, we haven't seen this exhibition game out of him. He lost to Rupert Takamura via knockout at HCL 8, but didn't seem to have that arm triangle in very, very tightly.
Also, I'd like to state that my goofy does not include frightening, which is what Stuart Peppers is. He is nightmare material.
And of course, Enzo Antonioni, if you're familiar with the Federation Food Network, it's a great channel, great programming. He is the host of, yeah, why not? I can cook you that.
I love that show.
It's a fantastic show. It's, they have the four people, big takedown by Antonioni, goes right to Mount. And man, he can cook you that, and he can also take you down and go for some ground and pound. And we'd like to remind all of our fans that if you go to our Wikia page, hcl.wikia.com, the Bio Project is in full effect. You are more than welcome to edit any sort of biographies of our fighters as the round comes to a close. You can, if you find out any sort of information about our fighters that we don't know, because we don't have a research team, they're interns. We just hired a poet. We spent all our money on that.
We're lazy as shit.
Yeah, so if you have any sort of information on our fighters, feel free to go and add that to their background at hcl.wikia.com. I'd like to thank some of our fans for doing some research on fighters like Artemis Kroop. I can tell you right now, Artemis Kroop was hired originally by the University of Oregon to coach their gymnastics program, but they found out that he was one of the 20 men in the entire country of Romania that did not have a background in gymnastics. Like, what were the odds?
I mean, it's nuts. I mean, he's athletic, he has red hair, but he is not in any way, shape, or form gymnastically inclined.
Yes,
those are big words for me. My brain hurts. Give me a second. Ow.
Are you okay there?
I think so.
It's kind of like a brain freeze. Just kind of push your tongue to the top of your mouth for a little bit. It'll. Oh no! Don't swallow it.
Oh.
Round 2, Kroop and Antonioni. Antonioni in the blue, Kroop in the green and yellow with the red hair. I mean, if you really can't tell these guys apart, then we're not going to bother telling you. And Antonioni throwing some heavy leather, a wide right shot. Catches him, and he's going to this has got to be it. They got to be, I don't know how Kroop is still competing in this. If I was the referee, I would have stopped it much sooner. That was a lot of unprotected shots, defended, but Kroop seems to be okay. That's why we have our great Kroop going for a ride and a big slam right into half guard is Antonioni.
Oh, big squirt of blood there. Oh wow!
Tap him out here. Looking to do it. It looks kind of deep. The arm is trapped in there. No, he decides to give it up, and Antonioni goes into side control. He's going to try to pass, but goes a little too much. And Kroop really trying to pull something together. If he can his submission attempts are dangerous. Antonioni has to be very careful here. It seems to be a classic striker versus grappler battle.
Oh. Man, he's trying to wiggle out too, like a linguine noodle or some other type of noodle thing.
True.
That goes in the mouth.
Enzo Antonioni, I talked to him before at the Fan Expo this weekend, and he was telling me that he uses a lot of food analogies, and that is one of those that I remember you hearing as well during his interviews. He uses a lot of, he takes some inspiration from food in his fighting style. So whenever he's throwing punches, he imagines that those are just giant ham hocks on his hands. And just like that, one of those ham hocks connects a couple times, and Kroop is going to be lucky if he can get out of this round, and he does. That triangle attempt is... Antonioni giving him quite the look. He seemed to think that was a triangle after the horn. But Enzo Antonioni, you can just see, just look at the two faces of these fighters, and you tell me who's winning this fight. As you can see, a cut under the eye and some swelling over the right eye of Artemis Kroop.
Plus, Kroop's jaundice makes his blood and cuts exposed a lot more as far as like being seen.
I did not know that.
Yeah, he has jaundice. Oh, Jesus!
Well, those are some of the many shots by Enzo Antonioni. And he rocked him and could have finished it off a couple of times in this fight. I wouldn't be surprised if that was a 10-8 round. Maybe Kroop's submission attempts might have saved him from that being a 10-8 round as we enter round 3.
Virgin Mary. You know what a blow bang is there, Leighton?
You told me earlier, and
she sure as hell knows.
And Kroop comes out round 3.
Mouth like a pocket pussy.
Straight punches. Antonioni, you can see he's going for that huge knockout punch. And lands that time with a wide swinging haymaker of a right. Trading push kicks. Inside leg kick by Kroop. Huge overhand left by Antonioni. Throwing some... calls it. And Enzo Antonioni with an impressive debut.
Looks like he's making Alfredo sauce in the front of his pants there.
Works over Artemis Kroop. And I gotta tell you, this new crop of fighters we're seeing are really something here in HCL. And you can see all this, not even guarding. He might even have been knocked out at that point. I think it's a TKO victory because of the stoppage. We'll find out from Drunk Bruce Buffer, but it's academic at that point for the University of Oregon professor.
Has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 13 seconds of the third round. Declaring the winner by TKO, the Reaper.
Enzo Antonioni might be the most impressive of our 4 debuting fighters here tonight as he just tears apart Artemis Kroop.